welcome to the first of two panel discussions on the path to Cloud PLM. I am Howie Markson, Innovia Marketing Director at Dassault Systems, and I'm the moderator for this event. With me is Stan Przybylski, Vice President of CIMdata, Garth Coleman, Vice President of Innovia Marketing at Dassault Systems, and Vincent Freribault, Director of 3D Experience Cloud, also with Dassault Systems. CIMdata conducted a survey to understand the growth and adoption of Cloud PLM services in the manufacturing industry. The survey results and insights from this panel are meant to help you determine if moving to Cloud PLM is right for your organization. I am going to pose a series of questions related to the survey and ask the panel members to respond. The first question goes to Stan. So Stan, your survey shows 79% of companies already have cloud applications. What are the applications that are most popular?
Thanks, Howie. Yeah, 33% of respondents use Salesforce, which makes some sense given the dominant global position of that enterprise customer relationship management solution. 20% claim to be using Oracle on the cloud, 13% are on the SAP HANA Cloud Platform, and 10% on NetSuite, which is an ERP solution. There are a wide range of other responses. Some are using cloud-based solutions for software development like IBM Rational. There were several collaboration and marketing solutions, including Jive and HubSpot. And Microsoft responses included Dynamics, SharePoint 365, and Microsoft CRM 365.
Why do you think they are just now adopting PLM on the cloud?
Part of it is the chicken and egg problem. You can't adopt what is not yet available, and many do not want to take the risk of being an early adopter of something new on the market. This is true no matter what type of technology you're talking about. With a few exceptions, cloud-based PLM solutions are relatively new, so there's naturally some hesitance about being early adopters. Concerns about integration with the on-premise solutions and security, which were the top two reasons in from the survey. Given all the hype about security, we were frankly surprised it did not come out number one. We believe that cloud should be more secure, but in our opinion, every time there's a big public security breach in the news, PLM on the cloud takes a small step backwards. Even though credit cards or banking are not PLM, it just raises the paranoia level in general toward the cloud. We need more good user stories about new implementations to encourage others to join in.
So this is for Vincent. Vincent, what type of growth rates are you seeing in the adoption of 3D Experience on the cloud?
Hello. Here we are talking about triple-digit growth for the last 3 years, and probably I would say for the next 3 years as well. And even the first digit is not always a 1, so we are talking about a really tremendous growth, not only in terms of revenue. I'm talking here as well about the number of customers, number of users, and you know that our priority is to grab a lot of users in those early days. And we engage in industries which are looking for such platform on the cloud for project-based activity and collaboration among many companies, and the adoption when we reach such a project goes very fast.
Okay, thank you, Vincent. So there's many different flavors of cloud, and it often means different things to different people. Stan, can you explain what cloud means?
Sure. In our research and the subsequent ebooks, we used the cloud services definition from the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, also known as NIST. Let's start from the bottom up. Infrastructure as a service, they use the acronym IaaS, delivers hardware computing capabilities, often with a virtualization layer. This is where Amazon Web Services has a dominant position, with Microsoft and Google trailing, among others. Platform as a service, one level up, provides hardware and software services on which applications can be developed and delivered. The Force.com platform from Salesforce is a good example. If you go to their App Exchange, you can find thousands of apps built on that platform. And then software as a service, the top layer, delivers turnkey applications. The 3D Experience portfolio on the cloud is one such example. Each of these services can be delivered on a public or private cloud.
Vincent, what are the cloud deployment models that Dassault Systems offers?
Thank you, Stan, for the definitions, and we are fully aligned with that. And indeed, Dassault Systems is delivering all those services in one single order, and the value comes from the combination of all services and the know-how to have a single challenging service level agreement, the SLA, covering the 3 layers. So we are delivering those 3 layers or 3 services on a multi-tenant public cloud architecture. as well as a monotenant private cloud architecture. On private cloud, we increase the security, and we are discussing with customers who really want to focus on the security. And on public cloud, we increase the capacity to collaborate among several players inside and outside the companies. Both delivery models enable a very flexible engagement model to optimize the cost along the project effort.
Okay, thank you, Vincent. There seems like a lot of options for customers adopting the cloud with Dassault Systems. Let's change topic a little bit and talk about some of the drivers for cloud adoption. Stan, what are the main reasons you're seeing customers are choosing applications on the cloud?
Number one, companies seem to want to get out of the hosting business. Let's get rid of the data centers and run our applications on a cloud service. A close second was the flexibility to quickly scale up and down the implementation. Historically, companies bought more on-premises licenses than they might have needed to get a better discount or to be sure they had a buffer. Now, with most SaaS applications, it's easy to add or subtract users. 43% of respondents thought that cloud-based solutions would have faster time to value. At 40%, reduced capital expenditures make sense, given the ability to scale up or down.
Is there a typical profile of a company that is moving to PLM on the cloud?
Small startup firms certainly have adopted cloud solutions based on our research and contacts with firms with cloud offerings. They can buy a few seats on their credit card and get up and running quickly. As for others, I'm not sure there is a type. The solutions to date mainly support collaboration and workflow around documents and have been adopted to many different use cases, some in product development and others spanning many organizational functions. These potential adopters can be of any size. For example, I just recently finished a project with one of the world's largest consumer packaged goods companies who wants to use cloud to more effectively share intellectual property across their locations and with their global value chain. They have an on-premise solution, several in fact, but their performance cannot meet the needs of their dynamic global organization. We're also seeing digitalization initiatives in larger companies that can be a driver.
Okay, so Vincent, what was the initial profile of those using 3D Experience on the cloud? And I'm wondering if it's been changing over time.
So the initial profile of our early adopters was either project-based companies, such as, for instance, architecture firms or retailers opening new shops. And we have been gaining a lot of those firms in the early days, and as well as startups. Those startups were looking for better technology than their bigger competitors, and with the ramp-up approach and the flexibility that we are proposing, they were able to quickly join our partnership program. Now we have more and more large accounts, so it is definitely changing. They are subscribing to the cloud, either because they acquired some of the previously mentioned startups, or because of the fear of losing their market against those startups or against the early adopters of the cloud.
Interesting. Okay, so you have both types using the cloud.
Yeah.
So any surprises when people adopt the cloud solution, maybe some unanticipated benefits that they got that they didn't think they would?
I think people did not expect the high capacity of collaboration offered by multi-tenant architecture, the public cloud. We have customers now working together over several geographies for a given project, sharing data with some of their own customers. So the combination of the platform capabilities, the 3D Experience platform, and the cloud technology is really providing amazing value to our customers. In parallel, we have discovered that many customers and users are as well waiting for our new upgrades with quite high curiosity, and many of them have a look at our new features during the weekend right after the upgrades. And we did not think about that as a benefit for them. We were always challenged around the fact that they had to validate our softwares before using it in production, and it turned out to be a real benefit for them to be always on the latest version of our softwares.
Good point. So on the cloud, they get all of the new capabilities immediately.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Vincent. So let's jump to another topic around innovation. So, Stan, you make a point in the ebook that innovation today must involve the entire enterprise. What is the advantage of a cloud-based approach to help drive innovation?
Well, it's much easier to stay on the same page, so to speak. You can offer a single source of truth so that all are operating on the current up-to-date environment to take actions or make decisions. They're also on the same page in terms of all using the same version of the software, as Vincent said. Training can be more consistent and delivered as needed to all. It also just makes it easier to work together. As shown in the survey, cloud adopters will not miss their update cycles or the associated costs, downtime, and headaches. But also, as Vincent said, we're innovating differently than we used to, and we need new ways of working. There's a lot more ad hoc, temporary, project-based work arrangements that cloud can perfectly support. Bring people on when they are needed, just as on the applications they need. They do their work, the data stays in the workplace, and then many will move on to the next project.
Garth, I'd like to bring you into the discussion as well. How does the 3D Experience platform unlock this greater collaboration?
Well, thanks, Howie, and hi, everybody. Certainly the typical collaboration that Stan mentioned around tasks, approvals, ad hoc management of things going on, and the supporting documents and information for that type of collaboration is, of course, we support all that PLM collaboration on our platform. And the fact that it's web-based, it's easily accessed, it's on the cloud, really allows people to get into that with very little effort so that they can all collaborate around that. But we're talking also about innovation, not just around management of information. And when you want to start talking about innovation, we must take more of a social approach to get these ideas rolling and get people discussing and commenting and so on. And we really need to support a process that we internally call upstream thinking, which is moving upstream into the ideation world to generate those maximum ideas, have a lot of support around expert communities of internal people, of external people, focus group, lead customers, and so on, so you can start to share all those ideas in a more unstructured way that's very quick, it's unconstrained, and really using that to then gather the ideas, answer questions, and share comments and thoughts and knowledge and so on, and then be able to pull that through more into the formal process and take those ideas, generate requirements, bring that into the structured PLM world for the ongoing collaboration and building of really the foundational elements for what you want to do with the product data and your ultimate plan for success. And we have both of those capabilities in the 3D Experience platform.
Thanks, Garth. This concludes the first part of our two-part series on the path to PLM Cloud. Be sure to listen to our second webinar where the panel discusses the capabilities of the 3D Experience platform and addresses some of the concerns of moving to the cloud.